Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Viraji.
Hi. Good morning.
Hi.
Morning. Viraji will start in the next 2 to 3 minutes. We're
Sure.
we're just
Sure.
waiting for the other participants to join. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll be on mute until then.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
even I would be.
Sure.
Can you hear me right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
पानी से खेलते तो और मजा आता।
Hi, this is Shilpa here.
Hi, Shilpa. How are you?
Hi, good. So I'm in the right place, right? Suddenly there's nobody else who's here.
No. So we're sort of waiting for the other participants to join in.
Okay.
So we'll start in the next couple of minutes. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome. And first of all, happy Women's Day. So for today's session, we have Jay Magdani, who's our business lead at Let's Venture. He'll sort of give you a gist about, our month-long program. What are we going to cover, our partners, and etc. So, Jay, welcome. You can unmute yourself. Jay, can you hear us?
Yes. Hey,
Great.
guys. Hey. Hey, morning, everyone. Welcome to the session. Welcome to the induction. First of all, wish you guys a very happy Women's Day. This is an interesting one for me, a special Women's Day for me, because this is the first Women's Day where I kind of can wish my daughter as well. She was born a few months ago, back in December. So extra special one for me. I hope it is as special for you guys as well. Let's get started. So I'll kind of quickly give you an introduction about me, followed by about the ScaleX program, followed by this cohort and how this and why we kind of did this in the first place, right? And then from there on in, we'll get into individual introductions. It will help us, these introductions that you guys will give us will help us understand what are the next best steps we should take to help you all in your next phase of your startup growth. And also highlight your one or two biggest challenges that you face today, for your startup. And then we'll talk about the activities that we'll be doing through the month. Awesome. So I've been building. I've been an engineer turned founder turned product person who's been building like 0 to 1 SaaS products for the last 10 years now. Engineer before that, founder before that. So one thing that kind of I like to do is build tech products, and I've been kind of blessed to be associated with some of the very large SaaS platforms that exist in the country today when they were in their early days. For example, Culture Machine, CleverTap, Column, among others. And then I kind of came here as a part of Let's Venture, trying to build out this platform called Scalix. And I'll talk a little bit about Scalix and kind of give you all a brief understanding of why we are building this and how it is valuable for founders such as yourselves. So, Let's Venture has been helping founders raise capital for the last 9 years. And I'm sorry, I'm not looking here because my screen's here. So bear with me if I'm not looking right at you guys. But Let's Venture has been in this space of helping founders raise capital for the last 9 years. And over these 9 years, we've realized every time we raised capital for a founder, for a startup, we realized that the founder comes back to us with one request and one requirement, which is essentially, can you help me grow my startup so that I can effectively deploy the capital that I've been provided to grow my startup to the next phase. And we've been doing this in a very crude shape form capacity over the last 9 years with limited technology. But now, as we stand at the cusp of a point where there are so many startups that we are funding, and there are so many startups in the large ecosystem that the country has to offer, we believe that the time is prime for actually platformizing what we've been doing as a part of helping startups on and off. So we built out Scalix. Scalix is a platform to help startups essentially grow their business. And growth happens in 3 stages or three pillars of there are 3 pillars of growth, and I'm preaching to the choir here, but I'll quickly talk about it. One is everybody wants customers to grow. Second, doesn't matter if you're in B2B, B2C, D2C, doesn't matter where you are, you need customers to grow. Second is you want to be able to effectively use your capital so that you want to kind of manage your bottom line better, which means you want to be able to save money as and when, how much ever possible, so that you're using that capital effectively, that you either are bootstrapped with or you are using investor capital. And then the third thing is you want to be able to grow your brand. Everybody wants to be able to grow their brand, either their personal brand or their startup's brand. And that's what Scalix promises to offer. We will help you with all 3 with the power of the network. So today we are connected to 18,000 different startups in the country as Let's Venture, and hence as Scalix as well. And we have built a platform that will help you guys get connected to businesses as other startups or corporates. We are also now incorporating government introductions or government connects as well for people who are in social impact space, agri-tech space, things like that, where there's a lot of dealing with the government, and government is a primary customer for you. Also B2G also we started incorporating. But business to business, business to corporate, and business to government are the 3 things that we offer introductions, and we offer connects, and we offer business opportunities with. And then B2C is something that we will start offering in the near future, where you can build a brand to your end consumers. And then, of course, we've partnered with about 100 plus partners such as AWS, GCP, Zoom, Canva, so on and so forth, to offer credits, discounts, perks, coupons, etc., that will help you save capital especially during your early to growth phase of your startup up to about Series B. It kind of really helps you. For example, very recently we helped a startup get $100,000 worth of credit for a technology platform that they were building, and I'll give you the name. The name of the startup is called Data Firm. They are building a deep tech platform for which there's a lot of compute power required on AWS, and they needed some credits. And of course, they had gotten the $5,000 credits that everybody gets, which they had exhausted very quickly. So we helped them present their business case to AWS, and they got $100,000 worth of credit, which will last them for 2 years. So $100,000 worth of money that you are not spending on your infrastructure is a lot of money to save. So these things we help with in terms of helping you save capital, or effectively use capital. Let's not save capital. And the third is brand growth building, right? So again, you're in the network of 18,000 startups. Just something as simple as a newsletter going out to these guys is a very strong brand building exercise for startups. And apart from newsletters, we do on platform promotions and things like that. So that's what Scalix has to offer. Now, why this program? So this is our third cohort as a part of Scalix. Let's Venture's been doing cohorts all this while. But the reason why we wanted to do this, one, of course, was this Women's Day. We wanted to make sure that there is an exclusive program that we run for women, both on the investors front and on the founders front. So what we're doing is this is an exclusive women's cohort of startup founders, where we will run through a month-long program. In parallel, we are running through a month-long women investor program as well. So there are about 10-15 women investors who are learning the tricks and trade of angel investing while we have this program running in parallel. And at the end of the program, we'll kind of converge these two initiatives so that women who have capital to deploy in startups know how to judge an organization or startup, what are the things to look for, what valuation stands for, and things like that from an investing angle. Well, founders, we help with your pitch decks, we help with your with introductions to various people that we partnered with, and I'll talk about that as well. And towards the end of this, we'll have a demo day. So the demo day is currently planned for 8th of April, which is exactly 1 month from now. Few days here and there, we may have to move things around given the bandwidth and the time that we get from all of y'all and all the other investors that we are in parallel doing a program for as well. And then we'll do the demo day. Now, that demo day is where essentially you guys have an opportunity to present to these investors your pitch and get an opportunity to get capital from women investors. But we felt that that should not be, or that shouldn't be a holding factor. If there is an opportunity for you guys to get capital from some of the larger firms out there, why not? So in parallel, what we've done is we've also partnered with, and all of these, I'm going to say out the name, I'm going to say these names, will be present at the demo day as well, to actually be there and listen to your pitches and then take it forward for a potential funding opportunities with them as well. So of course, Let's Venture is there. So we'll have analysts sitting from our own team to see whether your pitch matches the criteria which is expected by angels in the entire Let's Venture ecosystem, which is about 6,000 odd investors. Then we have Chirate Ventures, who will be present at the demo day. We have Axel, who will be present. Razorpay Ventures will be present. 314 Capital will be present, and Now Floats will be present. So we'll have the who's who in the industry present for your demo day. All you have to do is do a 10-minute pitch followed by Q&A. And if they like your pitch, they like your business, they like what you're trying to do, you get an opportunity to get funded from any or many of them. Just to talk about pure numbers, we did a cohort very recently, which we concluded towards the end of Feb, and we did the demo day very recently, in fact, about 10 days ago. And we already have commitments, and we did that with 20 founders. We have already commitments from various angels for 6 of those startups. So that's kind of the numbers that we're talking about in terms of how effective we are trying to make these programs for founders. And of course, for people who are not looking for capital, not everybody is looking for capital. The sessions also that we'll be doing, we'll be dividing these into 8 different sessions, the entire month into 8 different sessions, and the sessions will also be conducted by some of the experts in the industry. Again, we have Razorpay doing a session on a topic which kind of pertains to payments, credit cycles, and things like that, which is a big problem with startups today. Then we have Now Floats talking about go-to-market strategies. We have, I think Chirate is also doing a session. So we have the same folks who are actually going to be potentially funding, also taking up some sessions on various topics. And Swati from my team will be sharing all of these along with the calendar invites, etc., over the next 1 month. So looking forward to this conversation with y'all. Looking forward to this next 1 month with y'all. Really hoping to see all of y'all succeed in your individual ventures. Looking forward to see the women investors succeed in parallel. I'm just going to head into that session after this, welcoming the women investors on board as well. And then looking forward to see this convergence happen and make this a successful cohort for you folks. I'm going to pause here. I've spoken for the last 10 minutes, a monologue, but any questions that I can answer before we get into introductions, I will be very, very happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. So I'm going to pause for questions.
Hi, Jay.
Hey,
This is Binda from Switzerland. Can you
sorry.
hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, like, how long after this program can we guys connect with you for any queries or anything we have to?
Great question. So as a part of this, so the reason why we charge this amount, and see, as opposed to other cohorts, we don't charge a percentage of your equity because we don't believe in that that model. So the reason why we charge this fee from y'all is only as a management fee for us to be able to do this, what we did, right? Along with this, you get 1 year access to the ScaleX platform as well, right? Which is the charge for which is 5,000 rupees for per year. Again, management fees. So for that 1 full year from today till about 7th of March next year, you get access to us for anything that you need as a part of the ScaleX platform that I spoke about. The 3 things: you need business introductions, you need cost saving opportunities, and you need branding opportunities. All 3 will be available to you through both the platform and through some people who are a part of my customer success team to help you as well. So 1 year. And when I say business introductions, I also mean investor introductions. Okay, so in business also means investor introductions, because sometimes you are in the business of raising capital until capital is available. So when I say business, I mean in a very broad sense. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that does. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Brinda. Anybody else has any questions before we get into introductions? Yes, please.
Yeah, hi. My name is Neha and I'm from Task Tracker. Just wanted to understand that how once we get the investors interested in our after the pitch day, after the demo day, does the investment happens through a fund, or does all the angels come as separate investors on the cap table?
Yeah, so you have both opportunities. So like I said, right, so I'll restate some of the names. So Let's Venture will come in as a fund. So you don't have to manage individual investors because we'll come in as an AIF.
Okay.
Chirate comes in as a fund itself. There's no real angels there, right? It's just
Yeah,
it's just a
right.
fund. Similarly, Axel also comes in as a fund of itself. Razorpay comes in as a fund. So for you, it will always be one entity on the cap table if you're raising cap funds from one of these.
Okay.
Even if it's Let's Venture, there are angels sitting at the back, but your cap table will have only one entity, which is the AIF.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
And work for others. So you don't have to do investor management. I understand how painful it is.
Yeah, that is good. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions that I can help answer before we get started and move on? Okay. So what we will be doing is I would love to understand what you guys are doing individually individually as 1 second. Yeah. I would love to understand what you are doing individually as well. What this does is it helps me map you as a business to other opportunities that I can help you leverage over the next 1 month, and then eventually for the next 11 months continuation as well. It will give me an opportunity to see when I'm talking to other startups, other founders, other corporates, where we can leverage the value that your startup brings as a business opportunity for others. So this is an introduction that really helps. So go as deep as you can in about 2 to 3 minutes. Introduce your startup, what you do, and highlight 2 or 3 challenges so that in this course of the month, we will help you resolve those challenges on a one-on-one call as well. So as a part of this, along with the 8 sessions that we will be doing, we'll also be doing pitch deck reviews for y'all. So we have investor analysts who look at about 10 pitch decks a day, and they have kind of very decent understanding of what works and what doesn't work in a pitch deck. So people, anybody who wants to get your pitch decks reviewed, get feedback on the pitch deck before the demo day, we'll give you access to them to kind of just go pitch to them and show them your pitch deck and then let them review it for you. So that also, if you have for example, if you have a challenge, your biggest challenge is that you don't know what to put in my pitch deck, or I don't know if my pitch deck is good enough, then you can kind of, I know where I have to focus our energies on versus funding versus other things. So let's get started. I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna just start writing. So bear with me if I'm not looking at y'all. But let's start with Neha. I can see you first on my screen. So can you give me a quick intro of what Task Tracker does? Neha,
Neha, can you hear us?
Yes, sorry, I'm just trying to unmute myself. So hi, I'm Neha. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Task Tracker, and we offer a vernacular toolkit to help businesses to digitize their processes. Now, we know that today teams suffer from number of tools, and those tools are not only complex, but they're expensive. And the expense associated with tools that are available to us, these expenses and the complexities of these tools that are available for low e-literacy teams in small enterprises. So Task Tracker Suite offers a simple mobile-first solution that integrates with messaging and voice over platforms. We've seen an overall growth of 10x in the last 6 months, and currently we have 3,000 businesses using Task Tracker, and we are now generating revenue as well. So the 3 things where we are, I think I won't say struggling, but we have reached that stage where we need to identify the right ways. One is our branding and marketing approach. So basically, as a B2B business, we want to understand that how to create a brand, have an emotional connect with the clients, and also how should we position it, because we have to, and eventually we'll have a set of 5 different tools for different operation sets of the business. So like we have Task Tracker, which is used for admin and people management. We have Sales Tracker, which is primarily for the sales executives of the organization and managing the sales operations, the data, the proposal management. And then in the pipeline, we have Budget Tracker, and we have Production Tracker, and we have Ticket Tracker. So so this is one thing which we need to identify, that how to do the brand positioning should be all under one name, or, and eventually, I mean, basically just to streamline that. The second challenge that we want to, it's not a challenge, but something which we want to now establish is a proper sales cycle, and have a defined sales funnel, so that the selling process is quicker, lesser effort is required for it, and streamlined basically. And as you said, that keeping the cost low, because we don't want people we don't want a fleet on the street sort of a strategy. So identifying that. And the third challenge is sorry about that. The third challenge or the third thing that we want to identify is also we are into data, and there's a lot of data which is being pushed on our platform. So how to leverage that data for revenue streams, maybe that is one aspect. And the second aspect is how to provide security also to the and other people, so that we are able to have a more robust structure in terms of as we move forward and we have more users on the platform.
Awesome. Thanks, Neha. So if I were to summarize in one statement, and correct me if I'm wrong, what Freshworks and Zohos and Zendesks of the world do in terms of providing a CRM, providing a sales toolkit, a ticket management system, etc., that you are doing for SMEs with vernacular as your kind of or vernacular language or local languages as your kind of primary moat. Is that correct? Is my
Yes, 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 that matches. We are basically trying to bridge the gap.
Perfect. Understood. Okay. I think that really helps. Thank you. Thank you. Interesting business there. Please don't share your revenue numbers here, or don't share any numbers here, because you're talking to other founders as well, and it's best not to share
Sure.
any numbers. So thanks for not sharing.
Yeah.
We'll do that offline towards when we do one-on-one calls. That is when
Okay.
you other deeper numbers.
Okay.
But no, thank you so much. A very interesting business, and I don't believe I've seen this being done by anybody yet. I'm sure there are people who are doing it, but this is the first time I've come along. So there's clearly a moat there that you can
I am so happy to hear that, Jay, because often we get, I mean, compared with a lot of other tools, but we know what our strength is and what we're trying to do. So it is, sometimes we sound very arrogant also when we see that, the competitive market is very different for us, but we are glad to hear that.
So three things that I personally have seen over the last many months, talking to like on an average about 5-7 founders a day, is that three things that really work with investors is that there should be I'll not talk about the other two things right now because it may sound a little off topic, but one thing that everybody wants to see is a clear exit opportunity, and you have a very clear exit opportunity through an M&A that could be utilized in the future with all of these other players who are already big in their space, but may want to kind of enter into the SME space, which they have not been able to crack.
Right.
So that is a big plus. You already have an exit opportunity for a business that you're trying to build.
Yeah, that sounds good. So although me and my I'm just adding over here to be candid with me and my co-founder Rishabh, he's my husband also. We both fight over this because I'm like, we all can coexist in the market, and he's like, let's wait for that opportunity when it comes and then we will decide. So yeah.
Awesome. No, so excited to see this. Thanks, Neha. We'll see how best we can help you outside of the regular activities that we'll be doing.
Thank you, Jen. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks. Can we go with Viraji now? Viraji, you're next on my screen, so I'm just going to pick you. Is that okay?
Yes, Jay. Hi, Jay.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. My name is Viraji Kondapalli, and I'm the co-founder at Honk. We are a Hyderabad. I'm a co-founder at Honk, Honc Honk. Yes.
HONC.
Yes. Though the sound resonates with the honk, HONK, we kept it similar to the business that we are in.
Sure.
It's interesting, but I could explain the science behind how we arrived at the name a little later after the introduction.
Sure.
So we are a Hyderabad-based auto tech company, and we are building a digital community for automobile owners. So we started Honk with the vision to create the largest community for car and bike owners. And today we have 1,000+ service partners on our platform, serving more than 15,000 customers on a monthly basis. I would say daily basis because we do daily cleaning as well. So we are a 2-year-old company, and at Honk, I look after the product and tech. So I am also a product person. In parallel to that, I also handle tech there. So the essence of this is we are building. So we our model has both community and commerce. We started off with commerce or utility first. So commerce comes with the marketplace that we have, and community comes with all the, the road trips or the engagements, etc., on our application. So I'm very happy to be part of this cohort, and I look forward to know each and everyone there and learn from everyone here in the group. So that is the purpose of. I mean, I think number one purpose is to learn from this platform from all of you, and number two, to see how I can, or Hong can get that place here. So Jay, I think with coming to the respect of the help or the advice or everything that I would seek would be, so whatever we did till now, I thought so we are already a revenue generating platform, and yeah, I mean to keep the number aside. So the number one solution or help that I would ask for is, until now, whatever we did, we grew very organically. Example, our customers referred another customers. So we have 15,000 plus people who use our application. But all that happened only, somebody referred somebody, in a gated. So especially we started with a very closed group. We started off our business with only gated communities first, where we found, the kind of density, all that at one place. So before going all over places, that is the area that we chose first. So whatever we grew, it is because somebody has referred us, word of mouth, or a WhatsApp or a telegram communication,
Understood.
etc. However, the industry that we chose our VR is automobile industry, which is very fast. It's an aggressive moving industry. I
Right.
think until the seed phase, it is still okay because we've only focused on building a good product. So we built the product based on the desire, what the customers desired actually.
Right.
First we did a MVP where it was very base, and then we introduced auto debit features, and then we have subscriptions of 1 year now, etc. So I think we focus too much on building the product right and giving what the market now knows, because today I'm very confident it can be scalable. It is highly scalable platform. So today I'm sitting in Hyderabad, but anybody in the country or in the world can use the platform as it is now. So I think so here, how do we now? As I mentioned, it is very organic till now, but I think we moved out of that phase. So how should be our approach, or how, a lot of things dependent on it, right? If I have to do a lot of marketing spend, how do I do it? Or I think that is one of the help that we would require to do it in the right way. It is not that we just throw money and customers come. It is never like that. So I think,
Right.
how do we channel it right so we get the right visibility and awareness in the market? I think we've done educating first, like getting the daily car cleaning done at your community with a application. It sounded very naive in the beginning. Why should I even book a cleaner on the app? It sounded like that in the beginning, but I think now that the habit has formed, and we see that it's just picked up very fast. I think number one would be that. Number two, probably this is a very personal feeling I may have, but I would still bring it out here because I think I should be fair in letting what I feel. So I feel we are from South, so our scope of networking or connecting with investors, or joining the suppose, I mean, it would have been a very different story if we were in Delhi, Mumbai, or places where lot of investors are there and a lot of events happen, and we get to meet, and we are in Hyderabad. So a lot of times we do not know, and a lot of times if I would want to go, I have to travel. Which is also fine. But so I don't know. I somehow feel there is a little disconnect, because of which probably um, we are not very visible.
Sure.
How do I break that bridge?
Sure.
I think these are the two major things that we might need help. Rest all, with respect to right team, bringing the right culture, getting the right product. I think we will get there. We're doing there, and that's a continuous. It's not one day's job. It needs a day to day or continuous effort, which we are already doing, and we are confident we will do.
Sure.
And with obviously with automobile industry, a couple of months and all, lot of things happening, how startups in the industry succeeded, how some failed. I think from there we are picking up learnings very fast and trying
Sure.
to see how we should do it in the right way. So that
Awesome.
is aside, but I think these two are some things that I probably personally would need help or suggestions on how to go about it in the right way.
Sure, sure. So I was just looking at your website while you were talking. So currently you do car wash cleaning, but you also mentioned that you have built a community. Is it like Team BHP? Is that what you are trying to do?
Right, absolutely. So yes, I think we are in the so I think March 12th we are doing a release on our application where we are tapping the largest student networks. So, I think learnings again, as I said, we took a lot of learnings, right? Let it be Go Mechanic, Team BHP, or anybody else. So, Team BHP's was definitely, I would say, it's a very good platform. But a couple of years ago,
No, of
uh,
course. I just wanted to understand whether
right,
that.
right.
So I'll quickly. So when you and I talk in the future,
Mm,
there's this person called Rehan
mm,
that I met who's actually built the community of Team BHP back in 2005, 2007. So he's
mhm,
built the
mhm,
cult that Team BHP is today.
mhm, right.
And if you want to kind of get introduced to him, just to understand how he's done for
Yes,
them
yes,
in these ways, that is something
yes,
that we can absolutely immediately help you with.
yes.
And on the other thing, by the way, we were in Hyderabad on the 5th or 6th of Feb, and we
Mhm,
brought in 10 investors to an event there, but unfortunately we missed you. So we do bring in a
mhm,
lot of investors locally to various cities. Next, we are
mhm.
going to Jaipur after this, and then we're going to Chandigarh in this month only. So anybody who's in
Wow.
Jaipur or
Mm,
Chandigarh, please feel free to drop by and just kind of summarizing the problem that you have, which is how to fuel your growth engine. So we'll talk about it through
mm,
the month.
mm.
Awesome, Viraji. Thank you so much. Shilpa, if you could go next. Shilpa, can you hear us?
Yeah. So we have basically I have a PropTech ecosystem.
Sorry, I can hear you from very far away, Shilpa. Can you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I have a PropTech ecosystem. So basically we are uh, stakeholders of all like your service providers and manufacturers. We are connecting along with design segments in terms of also skill management and upskilling with the placements for the students also for with all these people. So connecting with all the HR, sales, and the purchase department of those this industry, that is the architecture, engineering, and construction industry. That's what we are focusing.
Okay. And what's the name of the startup? If you could just say that again.
It's skills.arcons.com. SKILLZ dot arcons ARQONZ.com.
Okay, 1 second. I'll just quickly kind of open that so that I get a ARQOMZ. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. So the before that you have to put skills. SKILLZ.
Got it. Um, got it. And what are your biggest issues, challenges, Shilpa, that we could help you with?
Currently, our biggest challenge is trying to scale up. Actually, we did very well with arcons.com itself. We brought in close to about 30,000 plus subscribers in the last 2 years. And then I had a huge problem with the tech.
Got it.
So now I'm trying to build the tech for which I'm trying to raise funds.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
That's my huge thing. So I have a background of marketing and sales. So we brought in very good, numbers on board as subscribers.
Got it.
Then I had a very basic text of WordPress, because of which I failed.
Got it. And is the Arcoms also currently functioning, or you've kind
No,
of?
Arcons is actually down now, but the skill, but so initially because it was WordPress, we had split the whole thing into services, Arcons, which is your manufacturers, and the skills into three things.
Oh, okay.
And we had connected it from the background between all the three for a similar username.
Understood.
And kept it as a subdomain. So now that these things are now that the particular main site crashed, so we were able to only function these things now, and we're working on the development of the new site for it.
Got it. So the first thing I would recommend you, instead of using a subdomain, use an endpoint, because if you use a subdomain, your SEO will be massively impacted. So instead of doing skills.arcoms.com, go to arcoms.com/skills. That will ensure that your arcoms.com, the whole SEO that you're doing for skills is also impacting arcoms. If you don't do that, then this is like a separate domain which is treated by Google and Bing also now. So first thing you should do is maybe just kind of fix that. that will
Yeah,
help.
we'll redo that.
Yeah. Any content that you push out, no, the SEO will happen. You want to do it on the primary domain, which is arcoms.com. And then all the kind of endpoints are kind of feeding into that. If you do subdomain, then you're wasting a lot of
Lose
effort.
out. I know.
I
I
hope
know.
Okay, awesome. We'll talk more, Shilpa. I could hear you a little bit, but not the best. So I'll love to understand more about what you do a little
Sure,
later.
sure.
But because we're kind of running out of time, I'll move on.
Okay.
Jayashree, you want to go next?
Hi, Jay.
Okay.
So Appraise is it's an employee engagement solution wherein we redefine the employee engagement, the talents, and the performance management, where we use social recognition as the underlying theme. You would have always heard of a 360 feedback process, but ours is a 360 recognition tool, and where it's like anybody in the company can recognize anybody, peer-to-peer, manager to direct to manager. But it is also externally focused as well, wherein your customers, partners, suppliers can also give you recognition. And this kind of feeds into your, if you want it, it can feed into the performance management system. So it is a complete continuous performance management system. So ours is the probably the only solution where we allow feed forward, so that it is totally a positive workforce culture we create. And instead of feedback, to motivate the employees with a positive language. And it has a lot of analytics in the way the recognition happens in the tool, because it's not just about saying somebody you did a good job. It's also about saying it's about meaningful recognition. You recognize somebody for their demonstrated capabilities, which could be values, competencies, or skills. And so in that way, we generate a lot of analytics, and those analytics can be used for talent acquisition or promotion or different things which you can do with that data. And of course, it has a lot of other employee engagement activities, like, like celebrations and asking the HR and different things. So it's a holistic employee engagement solution to keep the workforce happier. And it is integrated, of course, with Slack and Microsoft Teams, so that you don't have to leave that and go to the app. We are SAP Success Factors build partners, so we are integrated with the Success Factors. We have key customers like Siemens Digital Industries is one of our key customers, and we do have some customers, but our challenge has been, if I have to talk about it, is been all our sales have come through our inbound sales. Even like a Siemens was through inbound. And where we are looking for challenges to grow the customers, build on the Siemens success story, and grow, and also look at how to have this outbound sales. Inbound sales are happening, but how do, because it is we target SMBs, and how do we make it as an outbound sales, and how do we use that engine? Because inbound has been successful, we have been focusing on that. And so I've been looking at, now our product is pretty much strong when in terms of when we get compared with the other players in the market, our names comes up. So it is how even like a Siemens selected us, right? But what we have invested quite a bit on the product till now, and so we are starting to put a lot of effort on sales and marketing and branding. We came up with a new bold logo. From the green, we went into the red and the white, and then trying to create all that. So that is where we are. Challenges to grow the sales and marketing and to build on the success and grow. So
Understood. So what I'm hearing is your biggest challenge is go to market, and if you're dealing with, and just quickly, if you're dealing with your primary persona is that of an HR, the one thing that that has worked wonders for a company that we were helping recently is events. and we'll talk about this more. But that's your biggest touch points, because what I'm hearing or what I'm seeing is that the HRs as a persona, while should be very active on the social channels like LinkedIn's, etc., are so busted through the day, being on social, that they just don't have the bandwidth, capacity, or mental, um, the amount of time and effort it takes to kind of go to socials to look for platforms where they're searching for, that it doesn't really work that much. So it's a very antithesis to what the view of the world is. We'll talk more about this, because there's an in-house tool that we built, by the way, called Trika, which also caters to HRs, because we do ESOP management. And ESOP management is essentially catering to the same persona. And we personally struggled with some of these issues, and we've solved it in a very interesting way. So we'll talk more about this. We deal with the same persona, so we can talk more.
Okay, that's good. Thanks, Jay. Yeah.
Awesome. So go-to-market is what I'm highlighting. Employee engagement solution is and can you spell the name of the startup? Is it Appraise as in UP or AP?
APPREIZ. So it's an
APPREIZ.
Yeah, it's an app to praise. It's a phonetic version.
Okay. So interesting. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Jayashree. Let's move to Sanna.
Sorry, I think it still shows Sana. It's Anchal. That Sana is my daughter's Gmail. I think it just logged on through that.
Okay. Hey, Anchal.
Hi, Jay. And thank you so much for the introduction. And thank you for having Snackery on board. Good opportunity for us to at least interact with all of you there. Otherwise, we don't get a chance normally. Let's venture. Otherwise, Anshul and I know them because I'm a part of the ladies angel investor there as well. So yeah. So
we are doing a parallel cohort, like which is happening. So
I've been a part of that. I've invested, in a couple of startups.
Awesome.
What also happens is that from both investor point of view and from startup point of view, a lot of learning sessions happen. Your mind opens up. You understand the other's perspective. So so thank you for all that. Now, coming back to Snackery was registered in 2019, but the actual launch happened in post second wave. Before that, me and Priya, both founders of Snackery, we were probably into developing the product. What exactly to be done? If we are coming into a B2C, we want to do a brand building, what exactly has to be done? So all said and done, both of us are second-time founders. We were in the B2B space where we were trading. She runs a placement consultancy firm, and I was into corporate gifting and exports.
Got it.
And then we started B2C, and then we said, okay, let's enter the foods industry. It's a huge industry, as you know. It's a crowded space, yes, but it is crowded for all the reasons. One single brand or handful of brands cannot satisfy the ever craving need of a snack of Indian market, leave alone globally. It's huge. It is huge. So then there is space for everyone. The gap which we identified was that, besan, as we say, the gram flour, that's the main ingredient for every snack in the market, followed by a maida or a corn. Now that's okay at times to eat a corn or a besan or a maida. It's okay at times. We all indulge in snacks. But what caught our attention was that I want to have something in millets. I want to have something in multigrain. Why can't I have that? And that came out of our grandmother's kitchen, because normally when you cook at home, the elders in the family say that, well, why are you making everything of only of whole wheat or only of a maida? Why don't you mix a bajra in it? Why don't you mix a jawari in it? Just make a little multigrain so that entire combination you can have one samosa out of it, for example.
Right.
And that's when we came out with this concept that let's sell multigrain snacks across categories. So a multigrain in fried items, a multigrain in baked items, a multigrain in roasted items, a multigrain in puffed items is the concept that we came up on. And then we started developing products. We made our bajra puris. We made our multigrain save and sticks. We made nut mixes and peanuts. Now, we used a lot of ragi, we used a lot of soya. Everything and anything we did, taste was always the hero. I said, if the products are not tasty, being an impulse category, they're not going to buy. So taste had to be the hero of the product. Now then, after all the 30, 35 products and SKUs that we came up with, we had to launch them in the market.
Right.
Launching in the market, and once you launch in the market will teach you a lot, you know. So we learned, we tweaked a lot. Now, food items, you know, Jay, there's no entry barrier.
Correct.
But we made our products. I said, all the products that have to be made have to be natural. No added flavors, no preservatives, no added chemicals, no nothing, no nonsense. So it
Right.
has to be out of the kitchen, except that it has to be commercially viable. Making, curating recipes at home or sitting even with the industry specialists, you know, where they know how to curate recipes is easy on paper. Theory is easy, practical is tough. So
Right.
we made these, you know, curated recipes. We found these manufacturers who were willing to try these recipes on their, you know, machines and make them into commercially viable product, which was tasty. And
Got
we
it.
found manufacturers who have been in this business since generations, so that, you know, all the ISO certifications, XYZ,
Correct.
hygiene, quality could be handled well from their side as well as from ours.
Got it.
Speaking as of now, we are there in around 800 retail outlets across Mumbai, Pune, and Hyderabad. I have a team of 12, 7 in sales and 5 backend. We have done some exports to Bhutan. We are looking at, you know, traction and then continuing further. We are there in Reliance 7-Eleven. We will soon be in Reliance Smart outlets as well. We are
Got
there
it.
in around 500 vending machines. Now, all said and done, we still face this problem. Where I get stuck is the problem of cash flows and working capital. This is the biggest challenge for any consumer good business. That is
Yeah.
one. I'm trying to convert organically. I've grown up till here. We have we are not into D2C. We don't sell through our website. We sell
Right.
through Amazon. We sell through B2 Big Basket. Now Amazon Pay, after all these, you know, months of investment, we are now in Amazon retail, and we are trying to increase the visibility by increasing more locations there. So we are hopeful that it will grow further.
Awesome.
Brand building is one I need help, because if brand building happens, my problem of offtake gets solved. Organically, I have brought down the returns to under 5%, but I have to bring them down to under 2%. That's so the go-to market, which increases my market access or which increases my offtake, which helps me build a robust distribution system, and then, you know, working on the cash flow and working capital. Just the 3 points which you mentioned earlier. That's the
Awesome.
biggest challenge we face.
Awesome. My startup was into manufacturing garments, by the way. Garments.
Nice.
And back in 2012, and I had a credit cycle of 65 days, which is why my startup failed. I had
Yeah.
no money. I had cash flow problems and nobody was willing to give me debt. Now
Yeah.
you have that opportunity to get working capital. Back then you did not, because
Exactly.
collateral dena hai tabhi you get working capital, and that's just stupid. So
Absolutely.
I know
Absolutely. So
exactly.
we are open to, you know, in exports market is it's a scalable thing. Our manufacturers support us. You know, the business is very much scalable. Are thoda sa brand building we focus on, you know, a little bit of cash flows or working capital, the business is scalable, as I said. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, these are the challenges that we fail by. And obviously hiring, you know, we can't afford corporate level salaries. And but you know, even if we groom the right people with us, it is a time consuming exercise.
Awesome. Awesome. No, I hear you. And one of the first thing that comes to mind is, I don't know if you are aware, because you're already associated with Let's Venture, you may be. This year, the Shark Tank that happened, we sent out about 70 of applications from our network. And
Wow.
we are again partnered with Shark Tank for the next season, season 3. We would love for you to do that, because that's the best branding building exercise
Correct.
for
I agree.
for
I
a
agree.
brand.
I
So
agree. I agree.
once we
Yes.
get closer to once we get closer to getting applications for Shark Tank season 3, we will reach out to you to kind of share your application as well.
Thank you so much, Jay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. That's great. We have one more, Brinda Single. Can you, I think that's the last. Yeah. Okay. The last one. Yes, Brinda.
Yeah, hi Jay.
Hey.
So I'm the co-founder of Swizzle. As you guys know that India is the largest producer of fresh fruits and herbs. And still the major thing, the beverage that we are drinking is majorly made of artificial flavoring and chemical. Like 99% of the brands in the market, they're still using the chemicals in the beverages. No one is using fresh fruits. So what we do at Swizzle is we extract these flavors from real fruits and provide it to the HoReCa and PBCL industry, and so as to enable them to serve the best beverages to the customers. In the last 6 months, we have almost onboarded around 300 plus Horeca clients with a retention rate of 80%. And we are now serving around 2,000 beverages daily across Bengaluru. We are also looking for brands to collaborate with us in order to take our brand to the masses and like bigger brands. So we need those connects. So that is what I'm looking at. And then we are also looking to raise funds so as to increase the manufacturing capacity, because that is where we are struggling with right now, and to reach other cities.
Awesome. And if I were to just understand this once more, Vrinda, you have a manufacturing unit which extracts from fresh
Yes.
fruits. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So you procure produce, and then you extract from it, and then you deliver to actual manufacturers who are then manufacturing drinks. Is that correct?
No. So we actually get these fruits and we manufacture on ourselves, like in our own manufacturing unit.
Okay.
And then we distribute it to Horeca clients, so basically hotels, restaurants, and cafes and
Oh,
bars
so
as
you
well.
have a
So we
brand.
distribute
You
to
have
all
a
of these clients, and
so you have a bottled brand.
yes,
Is that correct?
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
correct.
Can you say the name again, please?
Swizzle. So the website is swizzlesyrups.com.
SWI.
SWIZZLE
Okay. Swizzle.
syrups.com.
Okay. Extra fruits and okay. Interesting. And you're currently in the Bangalore market for now.
Yes, we are currently in the Bangalore market. We have like almost 15 days back, we launched in Surat market as well. We are getting a good response from there as well.
Got it. And you're looking your biggest two challenges. You're looking to expand your business and hence get connected with maybe and I would assume you would also want to do retail. Is that correct?
So retail, we will go in retail like maybe 6 months down the line, but not as of now, because we are majorly focusing on B2B business right now.
Got it. So connect with
Yeah.
B2B and then funding to kind of expand, right?
Yeah, correct.
Awesome. Cool, interesting. I would love to try the drink sometime. I'm in Bangalore. I'm currently based out of Bombay, but
Okay. But
interesting.
I can send it to you. Like if I get you an address, I can send it to you and we can deliver it
No.
to
You don't
home.
need to do that. I travel to Bangalore very frequently, so
Oh,
whenever
okay,
I'm
nice.
kind of interesting.
Sure.
Cool. So, of course, there are some investors who are in the not technically the retail, but everybody wants to be a D2C investor more than retail investor. So, but they essentially do show their interest in this space, retail slash D2C essentially. I would categorize this as fast food or FMCG, but not necessarily. But still, that's the investor category that I would categorize this in. And in terms of introductions to businesses, we'll see how best we can help you. Like I said, we are partnered with corporates, and we're partnered with other startups. Maybe there could be a play there for you to
Okay.
get into the messes and canteens of some of these larger corporates. That's maybe a good starting point for us to help you. Cool. Awesome, guys. We are
Yeah,
bang on. We are bang on
definitely.
at
That can
12
really
o'clock.
help me out.
Thanks, Vinda. We're bang on at 12 o'clock. Thank you so much for taking this time. Once again, wishing you all a happy Women's Day. And wish you a very successful 1 month with us, and of course, then the rest of the 11 months as well. If you need anything, Swati is your point of contact, so please reach out to her. She'll be more than willing to help you with anything that you need, and she'll be also setting up all the sessions, follow-ups, pitch deck reviews, and any sessions that you all need with me, anytime that you all need with me. Happy to help you from GTM standpoint and product building standpoint, because these are some of the things that I've done in the past, and I'm happy to help you. If you have any pointed questions for me, Swati will share my Calendly link. You can book time on my calendar whenever and whatever you want to talk to me about. And of course, we'll talk to you all more about the demo day as we get closer to the first week of April. I'm going to pause here. We are already 10 seconds over, but any last questions, anything that you want to kind of share today before we close?
Are we creating a group so that we get to know other founders as well as part
Yes.
of?
Yeah, so great. So Swati will also get introduce all of you all to Elson, and we'll do another call with Elson. Elson is my community manager, so he'll onboard you onto the Scalix platform. And on there, we'll create a group exclusively for you all so that you all can chat with each other, communicate with each other, and get to know more about each other. So we'll be doing that in the next 2 days or so.
So Jay, just last one thing, this is Anchal. I just wanted to know, so you will have separate sessions on brand building or, how to solve the problems that we do?
Of course, you will have sessions, but outside of that, if you want one-to-one connects as well, that will also happen.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. That's fine.
Cool. So thank you so much.
And I wanted to ask.
Please go ahead. Please go
One
ahead.
last thing I wanted to ask. So we were told that we are around 20 people. Like I wanted, but right now only 6-7 of us pitched. So how many are there? Like in this?
So there are 14 people or 14 founders that we have. Unfortunately, because of Women's Day, and I think there's Holi also today for some of the regions, so they have not been able to make it. We may have to do a follow-up onboarding induction for those groups. So I'll let Swati kind of drive that. But there are total 14 of us.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll stay in touch.
Thank you so much, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.